Picture a tense moment before a penalty kick in a championship soccer match. The stadium echoes with the roars of the crowd, and the weight of the team's expectations rest on the kicker's shoulders. As they step up to the ball, their heart pounding, the world seems to slow down. This snapshot encapsulates the intersection of anxiety, arousal, and stress in sports, a mental hurdle that even the most skilled athletes must navigate. Stress and perceived importance are positively correlated. The more significant an athlete believes the outcome of the situation is, the more stress they will experience. Therefore, coaches may need to help the athletes reframe how they view the importance of an outcome. While it might seem extreme, if an athlete feels that losing a game would be catastrophic, that they would let everyone down, or that the world is on their shoulders, this amplifies their stress and anxiety. A coach might reframe this by saying, yes, you've worked very hard, and this game is very important, but if we don't win, you'll still be the same person. Your parents, your friends are proud of you, and life will go on. Although it might seem like minimizing the outcome's importance, this perspective actually helps the athletes perform better by reducing stress and anxiety. Uncertainty about an outcome of a situation is another major source of stress. Athletes might be uncertain about whether they'll actually win, who will be in the audience, or what plays their opponents will run. It's important to note that it's the athlete's perception that matters, not the perception of the outsider. Consider a scene from the movie Hoosiers as an example. The movie, based on a true story from a small town school that was an underdog, yet made it to the state championship. Upon arriving at the large stadium, the players were in awe, even intimidated. To reduce their uncertainty and anxiety, the coach humorously pointed out the court's dimensions, and the hoop's height were exactly the same as any other court. By doing so, he reassured them that they knew what to expect and could play just as well as they had on any other court. In a previous presentation, we discussed the concept of arousal, the level of activation or alertness in an athlete's experience. But how does arousal affect performance? First, high arousal levels can increase muscle tension, particularly in the antagonist muscles, which can hinder performance. For example, a sprinter with overly tense muscles may lose the fluidity and the speed needed for optimal performance. Second, arousal can affect attention, initially helping to focus on relevant cues. However, if arousal levels become too high, attention may become overly narrow, leading to tunnel vision. This can prevent the athlete from noticing important task-relevant cues. For instance, an overly aroused quarterback might focus solely on the receiver and miss a nearby defensive player, leading to an interception. The following diagrams visually depict varying levels of attention and concentration. The optimal level of attention is generally moderate, as shown in the top figure. If the attentional field is too broad, an athlete may struggle to focus on important cues due to an overwhelming number of stimuli. Conversely, if the attention is too narrow, the athlete may miss crucial information, resulting in suboptimal performance. The third figure illustrates that managing arousal is key to maintaining an optimal level of attention for performance. I encourage you to pause this video and take a closer look at the images. Research indicates that athletes often cite expectations from others, such as media, fans, coaches, and even themselves, as significant sources of stress. Surprisingly, the competition itself contributes to less than 16% of the feelings of stress. A notable example is Marie-Josée Pérec, a 3-time gold medalist sprinter from France. Leading up to the 2000 Olympics, Pérec faced intense media scrutiny due to her rivalry with Cathy Freeman. the home favorite from Australia. Perec felt that the media was deliberately trying to unsettle her, and this stress ultimately led to her withdrawal from the competition. This example underscores the importance of managing external stressors. Perec might have benefited from strategies such as limiting exposure to media coverage and focusing on controlling the controllable aspects of her performance. Today, the ability to block out media, including social media, has become increasingly challenging and important. In part 2 of this lecture, we'll take a look at different theories that provide explanations as to how anxiety and arousal interact with performance.